Hey guys, it's Nate here with start of a new series. I'm not here with Chase. I will just be making some Total War commentary um, battles. They're pre-recorded and I'll just commentate what's happening, stuff like that. So, anyways, the first matchup I have is against me and Chase. And after that, I have a battle in the next episode that's a 2v2 between me and Chase on the same team, and then we're up against these two other guys. So I hope you enjoyed this first part of the series, and leave feedback telling me what you think of it. So let's go ahead and go to our replays, and I'm going to go to that one, and that's Ostrogoths versus me. So let's watch the replay. And Chase and I were just using meta builds. Meta for Attila right now is mainly 6. So you can go into either attacking testudo, defensive testudo, and 4 200 range archers. He made 2 Germanic levy. He's not quite as experienced as I am in Total War, but that's just because he hasn't played as much. So anyways, let's look at the builds right now. Over on my side, I have 4 noble Germanic horsemen with tier 3 bronze upgrades on my right flank. I have 4 Germanic archers, and I have 6 noble Germanic swordsmen, and 5 of them with tier 1 bronze upgrade. And on my left, I have 3 noble Germanic horsemen, tier 3 bronze upgrade, and a royal Sionis general. And on his left, he has 3 noble Germanic horsemen, 1 royal Sionis, and 2 Germanic levy holding up his front lines, and he has 5 noble Germanic swordsmen, and he has 4 Germanic archers, 200 range, along with mine, and 4 noble Germanic cav on his flank. The notable differences is he has 1 less infantry unit than I do. He spent his money on Germanic levy, and my cavalry is upgraded, so it should win fights. So anyways, I need to get some illustration tools so I can show you, so I can draw stuff on the battlefield. I'll get those turned on for the next episode. But anyways, to start it out, I have started to move my cavalry around to the right of this little pond where the trees are, and I also have my cavalry right there. And I'm also moving up my front lines and holding my left. So we're just moving up right now, and I see that Chase has moved his cavalry to kind of separated from each other a little bit. So what I decided I would do is kind of put them on the side, so that if he charges right here, then I can enclose him, and in this fight, I can engage his cavalry, and I should win with my upgrades, unless one of my units got caught in the water and it lost 1 engagement. And then I kind of shifted my left flank a little bit. Yeah. And then he moves his cavalry way out here to the extreme right. I took that. I thought that was my perfect opportunity to strike. So I charge in with 1 unit. I charge in with the other unit. And let's watch these charges real quick. My unit should win there, and then I'm going to lose over here. I believe he went to wedge. I'm not sure. But anyways, I'm going to lose over here because I'm actually going uphill inside the river, or the pond. So, and then over here I engaged 1 of his cavalry, and then I go ahead and engage his general over here. Meanwhile, my archers are focus firing on his while he's just firing at my infantry. So I'm able to take out the archer threat and then use them for late game. Meanwhile, I was microing on my right, so I go ahead and he kind of gets me off guard right here. Then I have my Royal Siones and my Noble Germanic Horsemen that should be able to win in a fair fight, and then I could go ahead and support. And later on, I think I send in this Noble Germanic Swordsman. So anyways, fights progressing its early stages. We have cavalry fights, and we have our skirmisher fighting. And yeah, his skirmishers are getting destroyed right there. So I'm barely losing that fight, mainly because of the terrain. Over here, I'm doing decent. Could be better. And over here, I'm tanking out his general. And over here, I'm just flat out winning this fight. And on the right, I send in my infantry unit to support. And he decides to pull through, which is never a good idea, especially in cavalry fights. You can get away with it when you're rear charging infantry with cavalry, but whenever you're in a cavalry fight, you're just going to lose men, and you can't really rear charge. It's not really worth it in the end, to be honest. So he tries to charge me. I pull out my Royal Siones, and then this guy routes, and then meanwhile, these fights are just holding out. And on the right, it's okay. It's holding him for the time being, so, you know. And my archers are doing fairly well over here. And he decides he wants to send in his Noble Germanic Horsemen to support that fight. And meanwhile, he's sending up his infantry for a frontal engagement. And then I go up here, and I form a line, and I go into shield wall. So if he charges me, then I'll win that engagement. So I go into shield wall like last minute, right here, and then I'm able to beast out his charge, and that fight goes fairly well for me. Anyways, in the center, I pull back my archers, and then I'm able to harass his infantry, who's gone into shield or spear wall right here. And then I'm starting to lose this cavalry fight, and he's bringing in infantry to support over here. Well, I won that one, but and he routed just in time for me to support with my infantry and get out with my cavalry. Anyways, I decided to go ahead and start a full frontal engagement with my infantry. And I go in against his, and then he's going to support with his 3 Noble Germanic Swords, and then I'm just going to push in the rest of my infantry to that fight. And all I'm doing right here on the side is just holding his this fight. And then, meanwhile, my cavalry's free to do recharges on his back. And then I send in my 3 infantry to take on this Noble Germanic Swords. And then on the right, he's starting to lose some cavalry engagements. I'm starting to lose this cavalry unit over here. And yeah, I have enough cavalry to finish out these fights. And at that point, he admits defeat. Yeah, it was pretty much going in my favor. His biggest mistakes in this battle, I think, were pulling out with his cavalry and not focus firing with his archers, and a few other microing, which I have problems with too. So good game to my opponent, Chase, and I will see you in the next episode of Total War Online Battles.